Hello, welcome again to another video on understanding insurance claims. Today we're looking at the automobile policy, but more specifically at collision coverage under your automobile. Now you have, for physical damage, you'll have comprehensive or collision if you've paid the premium for those. And some people will ask for collision coverage and not comprehensive, and some people will ask for comprehensive coverage and not collision, and some want both. It depends in many cases on the value of your automobile and whether you think it's economically feasible to carry physical damage coverage on your automobile. But if you decide to, those are the two areas where you would have coverage. That's comprehensive and collision. Normally, your insurance companies will base the premium that they charge you on the value of your vehicle. Certainly, a vehicle that's worth $40,000 or $50,000 the premium is going to be greater than a vehicle that's worth only $10,000. So those are things to keep in mind. Now, examples of collision are, say, when you run into a ditch, you hit another vehicle or another vehicle hits you, then those will come under collision coverage. Now, it may be that the other party is totally at fault and they don't have insurance, then payment to you would be made under your uninsured motorist coverage and not under your collision coverage. Even though an accident occurred between two or more vehicles, your payment would not be under your collision, but would be under your uninsured motorist coverage. But ordinarily, if this is just, if it's going to be handled under your collision coverage, say the other party does have insurance and there is a disagreement as to who is responsible and you want to collect under your collision coverage, then your company will go ahead and pay you under your collision coverage. Normally, if something happens to your vehicle that causes you to have an accident, such as say a tie rod breaks on your suspension, a tire blows out, and you have a wreck, normally the collision will not cover the damage to the tie rod or to the tire because that damage did not occur in the accident. Many times, however, a company tries to be liberal in that aspect when they're ascertaining the damage, simply because maybe they don't feel confident that they can determine when the tire blew or whether or not any other damage occurred in the accident or prior to the accident that precipitated the accident. So, but ordinarily, if that can be easily determined that something else happened and then you had the wreck, the part that broke or whatever is not covered by collision coverage because that's wear and tear. Another thing to keep in mind is the company will only pay under collision the actual physical damage, the damage for repairs. It will not pay for loss of value, what we call diminution of value, because the policy is restricted to the actual physical damage itself, such as replacing fenders, doors, quarter panels, those kinds of things that were actually damaged in the accident. Of course, we all know that a vehicle that's been wrecked, especially a new vehicle or one that's fairly new, there may be some loss in value. But your insurance company under your collision coverage will not pay for that. If the damage to the vehicle is major, then the company will need to determine whether or not to handle this as a total loss. Basically, what the company looks for is, will the repairs plus whatever salvage value there may be in the vehicle, will this equal or exceed the value of the vehicle itself just prior to the accident? And if they think that they can recover by totaling the vehicle, then it's their option to do so. Now, most insurance companies will allow the insured to purchase back the wrecked vehicle for whatever salvage amount or whatever salvage bid the company may have. But ordinarily, they're going to make the decision not based not strictly on the repair cost, but also on what value the vehicle has as salvage. But now this is basically your collision coverage. It's physical damage to your automobile for which you have paid a premium. And it has to be, the premium has to be paid because it is not automatic to the policy. And again, collision coverage vary somewhat. It's more extensive than just the vehicle described in the declarations page, because your covered auto will broaden the coverage, and your non-owned automobile, and we'll discuss those particular terms in another video. But just because you happen to be driving another vehicle besides the one described in the policy does not mean automatically that you don't have coverage for collision coverage. But in any event, this is collision, this is not comprehensive. So if you have any questions, be sure to ask your insurance company, because you, above all people, know what vehicles you normally use, whether it's your vehicle that's described in the policy or whether it's another vehicle that you use on occasion. Make sure your insurance company is aware of that so that they can advise you in any area as far as any questions you may have. Again, I ask you, if you like this particular video, to hit the subscribe button and be looking for a lot more videos as far as automobile insurance is concerned, and also homeowners insurance and other insurance coverages. So again, I thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.